In everyday conversation, languages usually go through simplifications and the proclivity for words to run together. Now, this process usually shows itself as combination and contractions of words, making a phrase such as, would you like to put a piece of cheese on that? To sound more like, don't you want to put a piece of cheese on that? Yeah.
Say that again, please.
Again? Yeah, all right. Don't you want to put a piece of cheese on that?
Wow. Could you say that again, please, so everyone could hear it?
Don't you want to put a piece of cheese on that? Why y'all looking at me like I made it up? It's just the way the language is, yeah. I'm trying to explain to the folks listening to me right now that if they want to understand native speakers, they just have to pay attention to these contractions. And y'all looking at me like I made it up. Anyway, this propensity is usually a major frustration for English language learners, as many of these words, for example, have to, wanna, gotta, shoulda, coulda, woulda, are not listed in dictionaries and in formal writing. You almost never find them there actually, but they are nonetheless essential for native comprehension. In addition, dialect pronunciation, not to mention vocabulary, magnify this problem a whole lot, like significantly. So to eliminate this frustration and to make your learning process in this course complete, I have decided to walk you through these contractions, informal expressions, from the most common to the most complex one. If I have to carry some of you on my shoulders, or if I have to hold you by your hands, I will do that. Just to make the learning process complete and fun. If you're ready, if you're really ready, you're determined to go through this path, grab yourself some form of refreshment and let's dive right in. All right then, let's get right into business here. Let's dive right in. Now, I am going to start with the very easy ones, the very basic ones. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are familiar with these ones, yeah. And one more thing again, in these lessons, I am going to be using a lot of contractions. So while explaining the contractions to you guys, I am going to be using the contractions to explain contractions. So just pay close attention to how I speak. And you realize that even in the contractions I'm explaining, I make use of a lot of contractions myself. So the first couple of ones we're going to look at here are gonna, wanna, gotta, have to. Gonna, wanna, gotta, have to. That's actually a good one for a rap song, yeah? So gonna, wanna, gotta, have to. The first one there, gonna, is just a short form or contracted form of to be going to. It's a contracted form of to be going to. The next one, we just wanna, yeah, to want to do something. And gotta is got to, for example, do something. And have to is basically have to. Have to. And in reality, when you, for example, in written form, in formal written form, you can use this, but in formal setting, in a formal conversation, please do not use that. You don't want people to assume you're from the ghetto. If you're a business person and you want to send formal letters, this can really put you in a bad position. Sometimes, maybe not, you know. Probably the person you're writing a letter to is just some kind of informal person too, and they just, they kind of like it. Before we dive into some interesting examples, I just want to point out that instead of dedicating a specific video to single contractions or informal expression, I am going to combine them. You already know why, yeah? I'm going to combine them in a conversation or dialogue. This is one of the most effective way to learn them in the context, not just look at the definitions or the contracted form and the full form of these contractions. Now, let's just dive into some examples. Are y'all ready? All right, let's look at some examples. Now, for gonna, wanna, gotta, have to, the first example we have there is Simba and Pfizer are gonna get married next week. Simba and Pfizer are gonna get married next week. Of course, if you're gonna say this in a formal way, in the full sentence, in a formal sentence, it's gonna be Simba and Pfizer are going to get married next week. But sometimes we just want things to sound so smoothly. You don't have time to make such long sentences. So you just, Simba and Pfizer are gonna get married next week. Simba and Pfizer are gonna get married next week. All right, next example. We wanna be free from our oppressors. We wanna be free from our oppressors, yeah? Or we want to be free from our oppressors. Now, for those of you who don't know who or what the word oppressor means, this is someone who treats people bad or unfair, cruel, and at the same time prevent them from having freedom and opportunities. Yeah, prevent them from having freedoms and opportunities. Now, the next example, number 3, it goes like this. Yo, we gotta go. It's getting really dark outside. Yo, we gotta go, man. It's getting really dark outside. Or you can say, excuse me, we have to go. It is getting dark outside. But you are not always in a formal setting or in a formal situation. Sometimes you just want to let things, flow freely. So, yo, we gotta go. Or yo, we have to go. Yo, we gotta go. It's getting dark outside. We have to go. We gotta go. Good. One more example. Hey, listen, we have to see a doctor right away. We have to see a doctor right away. We have to see a doctor right away. Or we have to see a doctor right away. If you want to articulate every word. But again, that's not always the case. Naturally, you just want to let things flow. So, hey, listen, we have to see a doctor right away. Have to see a doctor right away. The word or the expression there, right away, means immediately. Yeah, immediately. We have to start right away. We have to start immediately. So right away means immediately. Now, a side note, just so you know, because some of you, I believe that with have to, got to, most of you have questions in your mind right now. So got to do something, the expression got to do something is traditionally considered incorrect. Like it's not correct, or it's just informal. It's a shortened form of have got to do something. I have got to do something, which pretty much means the same as have to do something. It's pretty much the same thing as have to do something. So depending on what you're saying or kind of environment, formal or informal, you choose what suits you best or what is more comfortable for you. But the thing again is that you just try to be consistent. If you're in a formal setting, you can stick to something formal. If you're in informal settings, you can use informal or even formal. It also depends on how informal the setting or the situation is. It's your choice. But the most important thing, you know how to use them correctly. Now, let's combine this in the dialogue. Yeah, this is where it becomes more interesting. Let's make this more fun. So I'm going to add some expressions. Promise you I'm going to make this more with idioms too. I'm going to add some expressions and idioms to expand your knowledge. You know, that's all I'm all about. That's what we're all about here in this course, to expand our knowledge and to sound more native. Now, the expressions we're going to add here are, 4 of them, and they are idioms. Now, these expressions can be used, or they're mostly used in the business environment. But again, it can be used outside that. But yeah, it's good to be versatile. Now, the first one we have there is to make a killing. The idiom to make a killing. If you're wondering what this is, it doesn't mean literally killing a person. It means to make a lot of money. A lot of Benjamins. A lot of Benjamins here is talking. A lot of Benjamins here means a lot of dollars. Yeah, a lot of Benjamins. So to make a lot of killing means to make a lot of money. The next one we have is a big win. A big win. A big win usually means that a huge success or a successful product. A huge success or a successful product. The third one is to get something off the ground. To get something off the ground. Now, yeah, this could literally mean to pick something off the ground or to get something off the ground. But here, as an idiom, it means to get started on something. And that is usually when you're talking about a project. Yeah, to get started on something you had, just waiting for a long time. It's like, you know what? Yo, it's high time I got started on my project, man. That's a good way. That's another form of contraction. Yeah, so to start something off the ground means to get started on something, and often or usually a project. And the last one is to give somebody the green light. To give somebody. Now, this one reminds me of a popular song by John Legend. Y'all heard it before, I think. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, this one.
Give me the green light. Give me just one night. I'm ready to go right now. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, so to give somebody the green light means to give a person permission to move forward with a project or with something. To give person permission to move forward in a project or with something. Now, this is also easy to remember if you think of the traffic light. You have the red, yellow, or green. Green means what? Go. So to give permission to give the green light here means that to give permission to someone to go ahead with something. Pretty easy, isn't it? And interesting. All right. Now let's look at the dialogue that combines all these things we've talked about. Yeah. Let's look at the the complete dish. We've looked at the ingredient now. Let's put the whole thing together in the pot, boil them together, fry them, and things like that, and see how or what we can make out of it. Now, this conversation is between Sam and Maria. Let's see how it goes. Sam starts the conversation like this. Check this out, Maria. Bitcoin has gained some strength overnight. I'm gonna make a killing if I wait a bit more before selling. I am gonna make a killing if I wait a bit more before selling. Or I'm gonna make a big killing if I wait a bit more before selling. That's with the speed. Now, one thing with the contractions in informal languages, once you get to see how, and once you know how they sound and you see how they are written, it becomes easy for you to understand without even getting every word that comes out of that sentence. But again, for those of you who don't know what that means, you were taught in school, I am going to, and when such expression is shortened to gonna, you have no idea what the person is saying. So this is the importance of learning informal expressions. So I'm gonna make a killing if I wait a bit more before selling. And Maria replies, I really want to see how much it will, or how much it's gonna, or how much it's gonna cost in 2 days. Yeah. Now, if you look at this sentence here for the second part, I use it will, it's gonna, and there's a last one there which I didn't talk about in the explanation of the contractions we have. It's gonna. Now, this is a shortened form again of gonna. So it's gonna or it's gonna cost. It's gonna or it's gonna cost. So it also depends on who's saying it. And she continues, you have to teach me how to trade cryptocurrency. You have to teach me how to trade cryptocurrency. You have to teach me how to trade cryptocurrency. I'm really curious to learn. I am really curious to learn. And Sam replies, oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. But again, naturally, you would hear, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be. You gotta be kidding me, Maria. I offered to teach you 6 months ago, but you didn't give me the green light. I offered to teach you 6 months ago. You did not, or you didn't give me the green light. Now, you didn't give me the green light means you didn't give me the permission to. Remember, to give someone the green light means to give a person permission to do something. So you didn't give me the green light means that you didn't give me the permission to teach you 6 months ago. And Maria says, I know, I'm sorry. I didn't think one could make a big win from it then. I did not think that one could make a big win from it then. A big win, what does that mean? Successful, yeah? To make a huge success. So I didn't think that one could make a huge success, or I didn't think that one could make a big win from it then. Now I know better. Now I know better. And Sam goes ahead to say, I can't teach you now. Maria, I cannot teach you now. I have some serious project I gotta get off the ground. I have some serious project I gotta get off the ground. I gotta. So I gotta get off the ground. So this is what we're combining the contraction got to with to get something off the ground. So I have some project I have to start. I have some project I have to start. So again, I have some serious project I gotta get off the ground soon. You are gonna have to wait a little bit. You're gonna have to wait a little bit more. Now here again, it's kind of subtle. With a little, I said a little bit. The T is silent. Now we're gonna talk about that a little bit more in this course about the T sound. When it is softened, when it sounds more like a D, or when you have something we can call a flap T. Yeah, I'm gonna explain that to you later on in this course. Now, for some people, they want to sound like that when they say things like better, or like I said, a little or a little bit, a little. So some people want to have that. They want to learn how to say, the T like that too. I'm gonna teach that later on in this course. So yeah, that is basically that for this part. Now, it's just a matter of time. Everything comes with practice. You should focus more on gradual and daily progress, little progress. Don't rush it. Let it come in gradually. Yeah, let it come in gradually. Don't try to take in so many things at one time. For example, this one we've talked about now, what I suggest you do is you can go through some videos and just try to identify some of these contractions. I will leave some of them in the course, and I mean some links in the course, to just listen for practice purposes. And then you should try to articulate them, try to make sentences of your own and articulate it, not just read it to yourself in your mind. You have to say that with your mouth. Yeah, so that is going to make it easier for you to at least to use it correctly, to sound more natural, and to understand it too. So let's move to the next one. Now these ones are going to be more of expressions. Yeah, they're going to be more of expression. Excuse me. Talking about them as words. Talking about them as words is just useless. In this part, I'm going to be giving out this. I just messed that up now. I really shit. Okay, let's do that one more time. Yeah. So talking about them as words, talking about these expressions or contracted and formal expressions as words, it's kind of useless. So I'm gonna give the formulas to this. I'm gonna give formulas first for those of you who like to get technical. This is gonna be useful for you, and also those guys. I mean, those of you who are teachers and you want to use this as a material for your student. This is gonna be like, wow, amazing. Now, the first one we have here is or goes like this. The structure, the formula goes like this. You have a subject plus to be going to plus do something. Now, do something here is basically just a verb. You can add that last part, at the last part. So subject plus to be going to plus do something. That is a general formula. Now, the contraction we have under this formula is I'ma do something. I'ma do something. Don't worry, I'm gonna give you example sentences so you understand what that means. I know it's some jargons already or something like that, but no, it is not. It is a natural way of communicating. Now let's look at some examples. I'm gonna do something is basically just I am going to do something. So there are times when you hear people say, "Oh, I am gonna call you," or "I'm gonna call you." So look, I'm gonna call you later, man. Yeah, I'm gonna call you later. I am gonna call you later, or I'm gonna call you later. Yeah, see you, man. I'm gonna call you later. Yeah, just wait for my call. I'm gonna call you later. You see, instead of I am going to. And now, another example is I'm gonna call the DA's office. Yeah, I'm gonna call the DA's office. Or my favorite is I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm gonna whoop your ass. Yeah, I think that it was Chris Tucker who used this expression, and I really love the way he used it in Rush Hour, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just check it out. I don't know if you guys have seen Rush Hour. Exactly this scenario, this part. Check it out.
Shut up! You!
Yes?
Not you, him! What's your name?
Me.
Yes, you!
I am me. He's me. And I'm you.
And I'm about to whoop your old ass, man, because I'm sick of playing games.
Yeah, and one more. This one is a mother just trying to scold in a girl, her child. Check it out too.
It's the only thing you want to do all day. Make your mind up. Uh-oh! I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Yeah, so we have I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna call the DA's office. I'm gonna whoop your ass. You can use that, and without problem. Not with your boss, or not with not with your. Okay, you can use it with your boss if you want to. That is for you to decide. Now, another one under the same formula is I am gonna do something. Yeah, so I'm gonna do something. Yeah, I'm gonna do something. The same thing. The same as I'ma do something. And here we have again, I'm gonna call the DA's office, or I'm gonna whoop your ass. You talk to me like that again, boy, I'm gonna whoop your ass, or I'm gonna whoop your ass. Good. And the last one, for some of you, this might blow your mind a whole lot. For some of you, you're probably familiar with this last one, is I'm gonna do something. Yeah, I'm gonna do something, or I'm gonna call the DA's office, or I'm gonna whoop your ass. So you see, it's like with every example, there is a contracted form. So from gonna, we got to gun, like G-O-N. So I'm gonna call the DA's office, or I'm gonna call the DA's office, or I'm gonna whoop your ass. There are even scenarios, there are cases where you don't hear the gun, and it's more like I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm on. Now this is more like a sound and not even a word anymore. So I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm gonna whoop your ass, or I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm gonna whoop your ass. You see that? Jeez. I hope if you're gonna listen to this part, please, I really hope you're using a headphone or earpiece at least. Yeah, you don't want to play this part in public. Too many ASS word. So that is that about this formula. I'm gonna, I'm gone, or you just have the sound I'm on. Yeah. So you see, it is one thing to learn grammar, to learn English is cool, and it's another thing to understand the natural way of speaking. All right. Now this is with the subject I. Let's look at the other part. I mean, first and second, third person singular and plural. We have he is or she is gonna. Yeah, he is gonna, she's gonna, or she's gonna, or he's gonna do something. We are or they are gonna do something, or they gonna do something also exists. So it could be with the first person, second person, or third person, singular or plural. Now, the next one we have, I hope that is really clear. Yeah, I hope that is easy. Now, the next one we have is ain't. Ain't. I ain't your mama. I ain't your boy. And that's an interesting one too. I really cannot remember which song exactly. Yeah, a lot of songs actually, but it's a particular one where I think it was J-Lo. Yeah, I ain't your mama or something like that. Yeah. Some of you know what I'm talking about. So ain't is basically am not, is not, are not, have not, or has not. An example of such using such in a sentence: I ain't hungry. Now again, notice that there are times when the T at the end is completely silent. So I ain't hungry is kind of rare, but it's more or less of I ain't hungry. Yeah, I ain't hungry. Or she ain't coming. Yeah, I called her a couple of times, but she said she ain't coming. She said she is not coming. I am not hungry. I ain't hungry. And one more in the same category, that is ain't ya. Ain't ya. Now, ain't ya is just basically are you not? Are you not? I feel like some of you are probably sitting down now watching me and feel like, is this guy really teaching English? Like, can this be English? Well, if you're still surprised, I'm very, very sorry to burst your bubble. Yes, it is. And this is what you call English language. So ain't ya is more or less of are you not? Now let's look at an example of that. Ain't you coming for the birthday party? Like, yo, man, I told you yesterday about the birthday party. Ain't you coming for the birthday party? Yeah. Are you not coming for the birthday party, or ain't you coming for the birthday party? That is what you call contraction. That is what you call. Yeah, so that is what you call. So you hear the contraction, my expression? That is what I'm talking about. Oof, I gotta get myself some drink. So yeah, ain't you coming for the birthday party? Are you not coming for the birthday party? Yeah. Now, as usual, as a tradition, as a ritual, we have to combine this in the dialogue, or at least a conversation, to make it even more interesting. This time around, I have decided to add some phrasal verbs. This is another dreaded topic in English language. A lot of people are like, oh shoot, I cannot wrap my head around phrasal verbs. I don't understand how they're used. I don't understand what they mean. Well, the thing is that there are thousands of phrasal verbs. You can only grasp them by practice. There are thousands of them, and the thing is that one phrasal verb can have several meanings. So it's a gradual process. Don't try to eat everything at one time. So the phrasal verbs we're going to look at in this, we're going to combine with this informal expressions and contractions we just talked about are as follows. We have build up. So they're phrasal verbs with up, basically. Build up, cheer up, liven up, put up, speak up, hurry up, ring up, and save up. Save up. So the corresponding definitions are, I've added the corresponding definitions so you can see them on the screen now. Now, the thing is that, in this conversation, in this dialogue, these phrasal verbs are going to have specific definitions, but later on, if you look it up online or in the dictionary, they can have multiple definitions. So most times actually, phrasal verbs have different definitions. It all depends on the context in which you're using them. So in this dialogue, in this conversation, it will be easy to understand them. They will correspond to the definition that I have added to them here now, as you see here on the screen here. So this conversation is between Aaliyah and Chantel. Yeah, it's between Aaliyah and Chantel. So we are gonna combine the phrasal verbs now, and then the informal expressions and the contractions we've talked about. Now Aaliyah starts the conversation like this: "Hey Chantel, what's going, girl?" Yeah, "Hey Chantel, what's going, girl?" And Chantel goes, or she replies, "Nothing much, just trying to cheer myself up after last week's situation." Nothing much, just trying to cheer myself up after last week's situation. So we have trying to, that is trying to. Yeah, actually I didn't add trying to in the contraction, but trying to here basically means trying to. Yeah, just trying to cheer myself up. I am just trying to cheer myself up. So trying to cheer myself up after last week's situation. And Aaliyah goes again, "Oh, I know how hard it must be for you now. Ain't you gonna try to confront the officer who's involved?" Ain't you gonna try to confront the officer who's involved? So here we have ain't you. Are you not? And we have gonna, going to, trying to confront, try to. Yeah, ain't you gonna try to confront the officer who's involved? So ain't you gonna try to confront the officer who's involved? So here we have ain't you again. Are you not gonna, going to. Two contractions back to back. When this is said with speed, sometimes it becomes almost impossible to understand, especially when you're watching your favorite movies or TV shows and things like that. You have a lot of these contractions and you're like, oh my goodness, I have been studying English for like forever and I still cannot watch a simple like TV show and grasp at least 50 to 60% of what they're saying. Man, you gotta sue your teacher. I'm just joking. Okay, yeah, let's forget about that. I never said that, yeah. So Chantel continues, "Now, I'ma just report him to the sheriff directly. I ain't got time for any shenanigans." Yeah, I'ma just report him to the sheriff directly. So I am going to just report him. I am going to just report him to the sheriff directly. So I'ma just report him to the sheriff directly. I ain't got time for any shenanigans. So I don't have time for any shenanigans. I don't have time for any shenanigans. Aaliyah goes again, "Well, you gotta hurry up with that, girl. You can actually ring the sheriff up directly. Also, don't forget he's got hearing problems, so make sure you speak up when you're talking to him." Yeah, well, you gotta hurry up. So we have hurry up here. And we have gotta. You got to hurry up with that, girl. You can actually ring the sheriff up directly. Ring someone up. Yeah, just like the definition we have for ring up there. So here you actually ring the sheriff up directly. Also, don't forget he's got hearing problems, so make sure you speak up when talking to him. Speak up. Talk louder, just like the definition. Yeah, pretty easy, isn't it? Good. And Chantel goes, "Thanks a bunch, girlfriend." And Aaliyah goes again, "Don't let these negative emotions build up." Yeah, don't let these negative emotions build up. It can lead to you doing dumb shit. That's true. You're keeping negative things for too long, you end up doing dumb stuff. All dumb shit. Let's go to the new cafe downtown. That should liven you up a little. Yeah, let's go to the new cafe downtown. That should liven you up a little. And Chantel goes, "Alright, sure. Just let me put my stuff up in the closet and I'll be with you." Just alright here means alright. Jeez, that's another contraction I didn't put in the list. But you see, in the course of conversation, in the course of the examples, some of these contractions even just appear. They want to be part of the explanation. They need some recognition as well, I guess. So alright is just alright, sure. Just let me put, that is let me. Let me here means let me. So just let me put my stuff up in the closet and I'll be with you. I will be with you. Yeah. Now let's imagine saying this in the formal way. All right, sure. Just let me put my stuff up in the closet and I will be with you. Not bad. Sounds good. Really, it's okay. But again, not many people want to sound so clean, I would say, or so formal. It's better if you just let things just flow. Just let it flow. Let it flow. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. So I'll be with you. I'll be with you. And Aliyah ends the conversation by saying, I'll be waiting in my ride. I'll be waiting in my ride. Now here, again, okay, I've talked about that already. I'll be waiting in my ride. Notice how the sound of once this words run together, my ride, there's my ride, or I'll be waiting in my ride. My ride. My ride. So it's the my now becomes more like a ma, because those words just run together. My ride. Here, by the way, ride means in my car. Yeah, it's a slang or informal word for car. So I'll be waiting in my ride. Yeah, I think basically that's that for this part. Like I said, I am gonna divide them into different parts here, in different lessons. Now the thing is, just like every other lessons in this course, sit down, take your time, write some examples of your own, write some sentences, create a dialogue, a composition, use this phrasal verbs and the idioms that we talked about here, and then the contractions. Write something down, read it out to a friend, to yourself. Yeah, it's really gonna help you out. Now take your time also, watch some videos or whatever video or your TV show or movie, whatever you watch, just try to pay attention to how they make use of these contractions, these informal expressions and these idioms, if they exist there, and the idioms of course. And then you realize that with time, it becomes way easier. Yeah, way easier than you can imagine. So it comes with constant practice. You cannot substitute that with anything. Constant practice. Once you practice with this, it becomes a lot more easy. So I hope this part of this lesson has been really informative. Yeah. So in subsequent lessons, we are going to be talking about more of these contractions, these informal expressions, idioms, and then with the phrasal verbs. Yeah, basically that's it really. Actually, I need to eat something, super duper hungry. Yeah, so I hope this lesson has been really informative. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Yeah, I'm out. That's it. See you in the next lesson.